Greetings once again, mages and alchemists out there. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with Fairy Tale the 100 Years Quest. Much to the shock of everyone, Duke Boroborwa fatally wounded Athena? I mean, she is an artificial being. I doubt it was pleasant, but I don't think the attack killed her? Question mark? But this sends Natsu into a rage, naturally. And while he goes to attack Boroborwa, God Serena steps in and shows why he was the most powerful wizard in Ishgard, as he hands everyone their ass. Like, the dude is a joke and no joke all at the same time, I'm telling you. And before they can be shown the business even more, the members of Fairy Tale, Sabretooth, and Athena are all transported to Magia Dragon by Elf and Sarah to stop the fighting and save Athena. Naturally, everyone wants to know what's up between Elf and Sarah and Duke Boroborwa, who says that he is the creator of Athena. And so we start the backstory of how Boroborwa, at the behest of Elf and Sarah, created Athena. So it seems like we're about to see how things went terribly wrong. So join me as I find out, won't you? A cute little picture of Kana, who is not featured in this series. Her them jeans, though, makes me miss Kana a lot. I will admit, it's been my one gripe with Fairy Tail as a whole, is that I was attracted to the idea of the guild, the whole group of warriors fighting, and the camaraderie of the Fairy Tail guild. But a lot of characters were left out. We didn't mix and match characters who went on specific missions. Some characters would have a moment only to get relegated to the background for arcs at a time. And when we had the big time skip and members, like a whole bunch of members left that we had the character bios and profiles for, I was just like, what was the point if most of them weren't even going to stick around? I still miss you, Mickey Chicken Tiger. Ah well. Alright, Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, Chapter 137. Athena's Path. It's a blast from the past. We pick up in the flashback, where Boroborwa is showing Elf and Sarah Athena for the first time, with Boroborwa having said that Athena is human. Elf and Sarah is shocked, questioning, human, you say? Boroborwa smiles, saying, a doll infinitely close to being human. Elf and Sarah is still taken aback, questioning, is this a Cartesian machine technology? Boroborwa says no. I have some machine-like parts powering her, but that's all. She is a magical life form, Athena. And with that, Athena awakens. Elf and Sarah shocked, saying, whoa, her eyes open. Boroborwa says, of course they did. She's a living being. Elf and Sarah turns to Boroborwa, questioning, can she speak? Boroborwa nods, saying, naturally. He turns to Athena, saying, Athena, this is Elf and Sarah, your master. Athena bows, saying, nice to meet you. Boroborwa, Elf and Sarah is, still just kind of taken aback by the whole situation, just going, Boroborwa then says, you were born to vanquish dragons. We'd like you to help us. Athena simply says, understood. And we then cut to Athena handedly taking down a dragon. And, look, Fairy Tail has made no qualms about saying that dragons, not easy to beat. Taking down a dragon is tough, and Athena seems to just be unloading on one. You have Elf and Sarah's narration saying, her power was overwhelming. Jeez! And she looks all fired up with the energy crackling from her eyes, and whoa, dude, I want to see that animated. And past Elf and Sarah has such a wicked grin on his face as he thinks we might be able to defeat the 6 dragon gods with her. Shoot, feels like he should have gotten close with that kind of firepower. Gray, Yukino, Urza, Lucy, they're all in shock, with Gray saying, hold on a minute, vanquish dragons? Urza questions, does Athena have Dragon Slayer power? Elf and Sarah mostly confirms, saying, but he laments, but her power was far too strong. Ooh, yeah, she took down the dragon and the town that was nearby. Yeah, that much firepower? Yeah, you're gonna have collateral damage. In the flashback, Elf and Sarah looks on in shock, saying, The town! And Athena lands next to him saying, I have eliminated the low-level dragon. Elfin turns to her angry saying, I didn't tell you to burn down the town. Athena turns to him with a blank expression saying, I was not told that destroying the town was discouraged. Elfin tells her, don't burn down towns! Athena responds, that will greatly reduce my efficiency in eliminating dragons. Elfin narrates such incidents continued. So I went to ask Duke to improve her, but Alpha arrives at Gold Owl, and two people tell him Master Duke had an alchemy failure. He passed away the other day. Was that a lie? Huh. And Alpha says, what? And staggers back in shock. In present, Gray questions, Duke died a long time ago? Lucy questions, so who's the Duke we saw at Gold Owl? Sting, being a little bit of a troll, says, a ghost? Making a freaky expression to Yukino, who shrieks in terror. But Minerva questions, he was revived with alchemy. I mean, it's the logical thing to come to since God Serena's around. Urza questions, what? Alpha pauses and simply says, I don't know. But Jalal informs him it might be possible. Look at God Serena. Alpha goes on to say, in any case, this Duke is a whole different person from the old Duke. He was never like that. Gray then questions, so what did you do after that? Alpha explains, I sealed Athena away, or so I thought. I was sure I had until just recently. Jeez, but wasn't Athena up, about, and around and forming cults? Or orders of the White Wizard? What was it, almost 100 years ago? So when did you think you sealed her away? Alpha explains, I sealed her away deep underground, behind a magical barrier, to wait until the time was right, when another genius alchemist like Duke would appear. However, in the fight against the Earth Dragon god Dog Rama, he stole my heart, and Athena's location disappeared from my memory. But as long as she was sealed away, I didn't think she would fall into anyone's hand. Oh, Jesus! And Athena, still with a gaping hole in her midsection, rises up saying, I destroyed the barrier myself and entered the outside world. Much to everyone's shock. As Elfin calls out, Athena! Dang, that's just kind of morbid to look at, that giant hole in her friggin' stomach. Elfin questions, are you alright now? Athena says, yeah. Is this the feeling known as sympathy, or merely a confirmation that I am functioning? Lucy explains, we're worried about you. Athena blankly says, I see. I cannot understand feelings, so I have caused Elfin great trouble. Elfin says, no, that's... But Athena goes on to say, your decision to seal me away at that time was correct. There is no problem. I broke the seal myself, and set off on a journey in search of feeling. I could not return to Lord Elfin who had sealed me away, and Lord Duke, who had passed away. I had no choice but to live on my own. It must be strange to hear a doll speak of living, she says with a smile. But Lucy turns to her saying there's nothing strange about it. This takes Athena a bit off guard, and Lucy explains, because you are alive. And Athena gives a genuine smile. This makes me think of the Imitatia, if you've watched the fairy tale anime. I don't know if, because the manga has shown that it takes elements from the anime, like specific attacks, and even the original fairy tale anime reference the Key of the Starry Sky arc before, with the fact that very few celestial spirit mages are around. So that always caught me off guard. So I have to wonder if Lucy's care for Athena, as she is now, saying that no, your emotions are real, maybe that comes from that. I have to wonder. Elfin is taken off guard and thinks, she smiled? Athena can feel? Athena goes on to explain, as I was doing a variety of things, people gathered around me. Before I knew it, the white magic cult Rebellious was born. It's just one of those things that's just like, hey, you do enough great deeds, people tend to have a tendency to just start worshipping you. You know how it goes. Jalal goes on to say, at the same time, the black magic cult Avatar, devoted to Zareth, was emerging. Avatar, you weren't as important as I thought you were going to be. Your massive power, seemingly white magic, was its counterpart, so people flocked to you and became your followers. Of course, you have one following, so naturally an opposite following developed as well. Athena explains, it may have been a cult, but I was not preaching anything. People simply came to me and worshipped of their own volition. However, I was not fulfilled. I wished for feeling, and that was when this current Lord Duke appeared. Elf and Sarah is shocked, and Lecter comes forward saying, a man who should have been dead. Athena says, I was aware of that as well, and that awareness was not mistaken. He was not the real Lord Duke. However, I did not care about that. He offered me a proposal. And this fake Duke? Imitation Duke? Duke that we have at home? He says, I've found a way to alchemize feelings for you. You'll cooperate with me, won't you? Gray says, so that's why you left rebellious and came here. Elf and Sarah then says, I thought you were sealed away until just recently, and I had no idea that a fake Duke was out there. I mean, it's understandable for Elf and Sarah. He's a bit of a recluse, and he's just concerned about taking down the dragon gods, you know? Athena then says, he is not a fake, nor is he the real Duke. What? Sting rightfully questions, what's that mean? Athena says, he is a concept, an embodiment of the concept of Duke. What? And much like me, Yukino says, I don't understand at all. Like, a concept? Okay, before I go on, I'm going to take a wild guess. One of Duke's experiments, one of his alchemy experiments went awry and formed a being that is like a reflection of Duke to a certain degree. His ambitions, but none of his moral. Maybe. I mean, that would be the only way I could understand this. Athena explains, he is another illusion created by alchemy. The Guild Goa'uld is an alchemist. No, the metal dragon god Vernus. It is his will? What? Okay, look, I knew Vernus was a part of this. Come on, the gold dragon god. It was obvious there was going to be some relation to Goldout. But, what? An illusion created by alchemy? Wait, the guild itself is an alchemist? I don't think I understand. Naturally, everyone is just, what? Actually, now that I think about it, where's Natsu in all of this? But yeah, everyone is rightfully dumbstruck. Like, what does that even mean? Minerva questions, the guild is an alchemist? Lucy thinks, the will of Vernus? And Sting just says, I'm even more confused now. And yeah, okay, that's what I pretty much got from it. Athena says, to put it more simply, Gold Owl is Vernus. Which, yeah, I knew it was probably going to be something along those lines. So, I mean, I'm thinking, because back during the Tower of Heaven arc, the people working there, including Jalal, were building it to bring about the revival of Zareth, which was all a lie. Yeah, it was all a fake situation, but maybe it's like that, because Jalal was hearing the voice of Zareth, even though he wasn't really. He was being manipulated. But maybe it's a similar situation to that. Varnis has taken over some kind of like imitation Duke Boroborwa, and is using him as a front in order to resurrect Varnis's body or give him a body or something? I don't know. That's as close to an explanation as I can understand. Gray questions, the guild is a dragon? Urza wonders, using mimicry? Athena shakes her head saying no. Vernus has no physical body. Elfin Sarah says, that can't be. I've seen Vernus before. Athena explains more precisely, Vernus did have a body at one time. However, the dragon god is now living as a concept? A concept? Then how do you fight a concept with another concept? And I really don't understand what's going on then. Gray questions, hey, how are we supposed to beat something like that? Urza wonders, if we destroyed the guild, would that do it? But Jalal says, no, I don't think so. Well, Sting says, then how? And then up walks Natsu saying, you ain't done talking yet? And he just simply laughs and says, we just gotta take him down. And everyone is dumbfounded by this simple explanation. It's just like, and Lucy says, but that's not possible. But Athena smiles and says, it is possible. There is a way to defeat Vernus. Okay. I mean, on the one hand, I would say we have a powerful ally in Athena, but now she's damaged, meaning, can we repair her? Do we know anyone who can, repair her? Will she be able to repair herself, baby? I don't know. Concept. Is Vernus like an ethereal being that just is literally the shadow cast across Gold Owl? Man, this whole alchemy situation has gotten really wild. I'm so confused. Because these powers and abilities are so ambiguous to a certain degree. Dolls who are not human but are human all at the same time and able to use alchemy in and of themselves. Duke Boroboro, who is both is and is not Duke. A god dragon who has just transcended his physical form. Man, look, it was one thing when it's just like, oh, dragons who are on par, if not more powerful than Acnologia. Okay, I gotcha. And for the most part, yeah, some of them were pretty powerful. Mercuphobia? Pretty damn powerful. Alderon, also pretty damn powerful. If not just tricky to take down. And massive. Dogramag? Jesus, also tough and tricky to take down. Selene and Ignia? All tough, very tough. Tough and tricky. Tricky and tough. I'm racking my brain over how all this works. And I know once we kind of get into things a little bit more, we'll start to understand. But it also makes me wonder, how long has Vernus been in control of Gold Owl, essentially? From the beginning, or something else? Was it actually Vernus who helped Boroboro create Athena? Fascinating and confusing. I'm interested to see where this goes, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How will he take down Vernus? Is it even possible? Or will he just disappear into the ethos? We've got to see Vernus in a physical form at some point, right? I don't know. But again, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.